Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 2936. Today's date is 21 November 2023. It's almost like a morning at 8:30 a.m. During the morning, I decided to record Artifact episode. I think that during the morning, my thought process was really clear, really fresh, and I can think about very wisely. As also is that regarding about the project, regarding about what should I supposed to do in entire day, I was actually decide. I just assign the task to myself that this is the thing that I should supposed to do that. All right. Okay, so what exactly that I have to do? So let me go to the project first. Okay, how much time it took? Okay, so the last project that I uploaded almost like a 2 days 19 hours ago, yeah, almost like a 3 days ago. Okay, and basically this project means like this City Skyline project should supposed to be upload in next 2 days. That means till the 23 November this project should supposed to be upload, but I didn't really think that it would be a possible. Why? Okay, first of all is that at this moment my recording is done. Okay, my encoding and I separate the file. Okay, now after this artifact episode I started chopping. So the length of the gameplay is almost 3 hours. Okay, so depend upon the time and things like that, I think it will took me for almost like a 2 days, mean this day and tomorrow. Yeah, I'm actually including everything about the every time and everything. So yeah, 2 days. 2 days means like entire 21 November, entire 22 November. Okay, so my editing is actually start at morning at 23 November, and according to the plan, at end of the 23 November I should supposed to upload the City Skyline video, but this wasn't gonna possible because in the editing process I just have to figure it out lots of things. Which part should I supposed to say, which part should I supposed to remove, as also the length of the video and everything, music, uh, and as also there are a lot of problems will happen in the gaming in the editing process too. So all those things has to be figured out. So I'm thinking that uh, I will upload this video, this City Skyline video at 24 November. I think 20 at till the end of 24 November I will definitely upload the video. 24 November. Today is a 20. Today is a 21 November. So 24. Okay, yeah. Why is this delay? Basically, delays actually happened because of that. Last 2 days means like yesterday and day before yesterday was like like I'm not saying west, but it's like that na ki like what is that is my planning. My planning was that when I upload my video, okay, during the day or during the night, whatever it is, okay. So if I upload my video during the day, means during the morning, so that means on that day I have to record the next video, okay. So basically during the afternoon I just have to plan it, all the pre-production and everything, and then at evening I started recording. Okay, so this is my plan. So next day I will start doing editing, wagera wagera, all those things. Basically the things that I will do today, it should s- it should supposed to be do that according to plan at yesterday, but it wasn't really happened. So yeah, whatever. So like those are some of the kind of like something really, some of the projects were too easy to do that, some of the projects are too complicated to complete that. So yeah, you have to um, figure it out with a lot of things and wagera wagera. So yeah, I'm not really worry about that. I'm just gonna making sure that my project, my video has to be good. Okay, the quality of the video has to be good, so most of the time I'm literally focused on that. Okay, as also same execution technique. Okay, fast moving pace with lots of things, and then shorts, YouTube shorts. Okay, YouTube short is actually done after the upload the video. So regarding about the chopping, okay, today you have to do chopping. Okay, how much time it takes? Okay, so basically I separate 1 hour of parts. Okay, so basically the entire gameplay is 3 hour of gameplay. So I separate 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So that means I have three files. I'm literally scared about the length of the file. Means like that, yeah, it's a 1 hour of file. I started doing editing for 1 hour of file. Okay, but still I think that key, yeah, I could do that, but will my system handle that? Like basically is that I'm putting almost like a thousands of cuts in that one single project, one single timeline. So thousands of project, will it be handled? Not really sure, but I try. Okay, because the last project, last previous project, I extended, like basically I exceeded half hour. Like I separate the parts half of hour. Okay, but this time I just trying to make that कि चलो थोड़ा सा और push करते, let's make it 1 hour. So I don't know. Okay, if it is gonna be something really not gonna happen with the system and recording with this thing, so I separate even more further. Like I separate 30 minute. When I see that key a system was lagging, then system will lag in, then I separate the part. But till now, I just have to figure it out key what will happen. As also the chopping process was really boring. Yeah, literally boring. Okay, because like what is I'm gonna tell you is that the chopping process was like that na ki if you didn't really focus, then it will take focus. Means like it doesn't really require focus. Like if you get bored in that process, then the process will extend even more further. Like basically is that na if the 1 hour of chopping required almost like maybe 8 hours, and if you get bored it will take 10 hour, 12 hour, or might be entire day. Okay, so this will gonna happen. So for that I have kind of like some sort of contingency plan, and contingency plan is a Netflix. Netflix, like basically is that key, like while I was chopping I just have to use the Netflix. Dude, it just like a, like basically like a, will it be lose your focus? No, it will not lose my focus. It will like basically what is at least this thing, my mobile is exactly right beneath my timeline. Okay, so I just don't have to look all the time with the timeline. Yeah, I have to look it, but it's just like then sometimes Netflix show was kind of like a something really that key you can guess okay what will happen, and then it's kind of like a something really that na ki I don't know. I just did some sort of experiment with my last project. My last project was the not Akinator. In the Akinator was really less. The last project was car mechanic simulator. In that project the length of the gameplay is almost like a 2 hour. While I was chopping, it's kind of like a very boring. So while I was watching Netflix, and during this watching Netflix, okay, i I just like my like my production quality was became really good. Production quality means like that ki, I didn't really get bored, okay, because of Netflix. As also is that my work was done. Okay, like it just good. Okay, like I did it almost like a half of hour, sorry, a 45 minute file within almost like a 2 3 hour or 4 hour. Like basically entire chopping process is done within 3 hours. So which is good, which is really great. Yeah, like if you watch the kind of like a music, like basically almost like a couple of days ago I didn't really have Netflix, so I was watching the YouTube videos. Okay, basically YouTube music, actually music, yes. But I listen music a lot while I was running, so it will get me a bore. Okay, I need a little bit of more content, and I just don't really need a kind of like a new content every after hour or every after half an hour. Because of that, yeah, I just have to put my mind. Okay, web series or kind of like a something really, yeah, web series, especially Netflix. Okay, I don't know, yaar. Like I shouldn't supposed to explain this process that he like I should supposed to use Netflix while I was editing. I am not actually referring or not actually suggesting to the people or no, it's not. This is kind of like a something really my thing, and that I'm kind of like a something really comfortable to do that thing. Okay, because my mind is actually kind of like a something really shifted towards that process. So yeah, I'm kind of like a handling things. Okay, yeah. So yes, it is actually work for me. I'm not really sure will it be work for you or not, but yeah. So yes, but let's figure it out, dude. I am not really sure what will happen, but let's try it. Okay. So yeah, this is it. Nothing really else to say. So from last couple of days while I was recording artifact episode, I didn't really record any questions. All right. So let's just jump right into the questions. Okay, as also I have to buy Boya M1 mic. It's really essential. Really essential. While I was editing, I realized that ki my Boya M1 mic was gone. Okay, gone means like that ki my Boya M1 mic was kind of like interrupting so many time. So I will definitely buy. Yeah, tomorrow today I will buy this Boya M1 mic. Yeah, but at this moment I just have to ask the question to myself, and I think that yeah, I just forget the last question that I asked to myself. Whatever. Okay, so okay, okay. So some of the question regarding about the creativity and innovation. Okay, so question is, how do I embrace creative thinking in problem solving? How do I embrace creative thinking in problem solving? uh okay, so if you don't really understand, let me tell you. Okay, so basically is that na ki there is a problem. It will be a lot of the problem in front of you, and sometimes you don't have the solution. How do I supposed to figure it out? Okay, I'm not talking about kind of like something really numerical problem or kind of like education problem. No, I'm talking about kind of like a something really a normal day problem. Okay. uh so like how will you like sometimes na, I just realize that I just like I don't know, from my experience I'm gonna tell you is that regarding about my experience is that ki I used to get in lot of trouble. Okay, problem is kind of like a something really my another name, and I am bit really in problem all the time. Okay, yeah, and um and most of the time, okay, I didn't really have any solution. How do I supposed to figure it out? Vagara vagara. Okay. So at that time, if I didn't really have any solution, it is kind of like a something really that key. Just wait. Okay. Like basically, na, you just have to do nothing. Okay, that is the kind of like a something really a worse thing that you shouldn't supposed to do that. Or but I don't know, yeah, sometimes na, some problems doesn't really have a solution. Its only solution is that you just have to wait, okay, for right moment, for the right time, vagara vagara. Okay, let me tell you one thing regarding about my YouTube career. Okay, like at the early stages I was like I was so like hungry for the views and subscriber, and that's why I was just like making a lot of mistakes that key I just have to upload YouTube shorts, and I upload almost like thousands of YouTube shorts. within almost like 6 months, but that didn't really go that well. Okay, it doesn't really work that well. So I realize the mistake, and right now, um, the solution that I have is that ki make kind of like something like good quality of video, not really focus on the views and subscriber, making video as good as possible as I can. That's what I'm trying to tell you, and making short as less, or maybe kind of like a equal to the video. You shouldn't supposed to be more shorts and less video. No, it has to be equal. I'm not really sure. Okay, so these are kind of like a some sort of problem, and kind of like a sometimes I just wait for the solution. Okay, wait for the things to happen, and might be this is kind of like a something really solution, but the question shouldn't supposed to be asked like that way. Question is actually asked that ki, have you ever used something really a creative way to figure it out the problems and things like that? Creative ways, um might be not, these are kind of like a things are actually happened in very less, very in less kind of like a, like basically now I'm not really sure, like yeah, it happened with me. Like sometimes I did use some sort of creativity for problem solving things, but mm, at this moment I am not really remember any of them, kind of like that. Yeah, I think that key no, but yeah, still like this is the kind of like a, like basically na, the word that I use kind of like a something like creative way to solve the problem. uh Basically these are kind of like a something like a very common thing. Okay, like very I'm not really sure at this moment. I don't know, I'm not really remember that much, maybe. Yeah, kind of, I'm not really sure. Yeah. Next question. Do I engage in artistic or creative hobbies? Engage. Yes, I do engage. Like I'm doing YouTube. Okay, making videos is not became my hobby. It's a kind of like a something really my job. And yeah, I am bitterly engaged. Yeah, almost like a entire day and night. I'm bitterly engaged with the process of creative. So yeah, I am. How do I encourage creativity in others? Oh, well, how do I encourage the creativity in others? Okay, so creativity doesn't means like that. Like if you are doing painting, so it's kind of like a something really creative job. Okay, or if you are kind of like a making, yeah, it is a creative job. Yes, if you are making YouTube videos, so editing is kind of like a something really creative. So you are doing something really creative. No, yeah, these are the also creative things. Okay, yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like basically uh, is that you are doing kind of like a something really doing a job in a kind of like a design profession. Okay, AutoCAD. Okay, or create like some sort of design. Okay, design means like that ki, like I'm not talking about creative. Like you have kind of like a project has to be complete in some certain period of time. Okay, but you know that ki, the project will not be done the within the deadline that client is actually giving us, that ki, this project should supposed to be done at this specific date, but you know that ki, this project will not be done. Okay, so what should I supposed to do? Okay, so basically is that ki, you have two ways. Okay, first way is that ki, you are pushing yourself too much to do that work, to complete that project within the timeline. Okay, so these are kind of like a something really a first, these are kind of like a something really first option. Another option is that he outsource your work. What do you mean by outsource means like that ki, like at this moment you are doing this project by yourself. Okay, but um, but because of this timeline, because of the deadline, you actually ask someone to help you to complete this project. Okay, so these are kind of like a something really a creative way. Okay, so you are not taking the entire pressure by yourself. Okay, like you hire a someone, or whatever it is, you hire a someone that he will you be work with me or wagera wagera, and then you complete the project within the deadline. So basically is that ki something really use a to creative technique to figure it out the problem or solve the problem. This is the question that ask. Okay, so question says that ki like do wait, the question was really like I was actually thinking about something different, and question was literally okay, so how do I encourage creativity in others? Okay. mm, I didn't really think that key uh, like basically creativity, yeah, it's just like I don't know, yeah, everyone are using creativity. Okay, वो creativity means like basically ना ये ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीज़ होती है ना जैसे आपको पता भी नहीं होता. It's kind of like a something really small thing, like basically is that you are eating. So what is exactly the process that you are actually eating? You're actually taking a spoon, then fill with this kind of like a soup with the spoon, and then you lift that your hand towards your mouth, and basically these are the processes that actually happen kind of like in your brain. Okay, you are not actually signaling all the time that you have to lift the spoon and things like that. Okay, so basically is that if you wanted to eat, you just eat. Okay, you just don't really do anything like that. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you now, ki everyone has a kind of like a some sort of creative ways to figure it out the problem, or like solve the things that is exactly happen in their life. Okay, my question was that ki like how do I encourage? Okay, um, like it's not kind of like a thing that like basically it's not kind of like a thing that ki, basically is that ki it's a photoshop that I have to learn, or it's a kind of like a something really course that I have to take. It's kind of like a happen in the moment situation and smartness and things like that. So yeah, okay, maybe most of the time, and as also experience. Okay, experience and information, like you have all those things, like if you have experience, you have information, and you did this all those things, so you have kind of like some sort of know that ki how do I supposed to create, like basically ना कि एक एक नॉर्मल इंसान जो पेंट कर रहा है और एक पेंटर इंसान पेंट कर रहा है, तो कौन बेटर पेंट करेगा? एक्चुअली अ पेंटर कैन पेंट बेटर. Why? Because of that कि he do have kind of like some sort of expertise and things like that. Okay, so as a normal person can do paint, yeah, but it will take time. You have that person will take little bit of effort to making that process as pressing, making that process good as possible as it can, and then he will become something really pro. Okay, so I don't know yaar, how should I supposed to encourage creativity in others? I think it's kind of like a happen in the moment. Like basically the entire surrounding, the entire situation is how does he nourish and everything, then he creates the creativity and everything. Maybe, yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, like basically is that now you are stuck in the elevator. Okay, and basically door is not open. Okay, so what would you supposed to do? Should I supposed to wait, or should I supposed to open you open, like should you kind of like a putting your force to putting your power, whatever it is, to make that door open? What will you do to at this moment? Like basically as a smart person, he has person that has to be called, that's the building maintenance service, that if the elevator is not working, first of all you have to call that. Okay, and then they will figure it out vagara vagara. As also, if you don't really have a cell service or building maintenance people, so actually call someone to like basically help them. Okay, if you didn't really have a phone, or if you didn't really have cell service maintenance, so cell service vagara vagara, so at that time what are you supposed to do? You have to figure it out. Like basically is that ki like as a elevator has a two door. First door is that everyone knows. Okay, another door is actually above you. Okay, for the for people who do some sort of maintaining thing. Figure it out the door, where is it, and try to escape yourself from that elevator. Okay, as also finding the door was kind of like something really difficult. And as also most of the time that door was locked or door was kind of like a seal. Okay, so you just have to figure it out. Like most of the time you have to unscrew the bolt and wagera wagera, but at that time you don't really have a pescus or whatever it is. So you are using pen or you are using something that whatever you have, okay, and try to figure it out that how do you supposed to open that. Okay, so these are kind of like a something really the creative way will you get when you are in kind of like a something really in danger situation, or when you are kind of like a somewhere else that you have to. Okay, so these are kind of like a thing, and those are the thought process, those are the mind is actually work when we are in that particular moment, when we are in danger, or when our body feels that ki, ha, this is the danger and we just have to make it out from. So these are the kind of like a thing. Okay, creativity is not just kind of like a, I'm not really sure what is exactly the how do I supposed to encourage. Maybe this is the kind of like a thing that ki, I don't know. Okay, like I could do kind of like a people said ki, ha, let's do creativity, let's come together, let's make YouTube videos. I'm not really sure. Okay, might be the question is an answer that I asked was unreasonably wrong. I'm not sure. Whatever it is. Okay. Okay. So question. Next question. New ideas or project do I want to explore? Ideas and project. Yeah. New ideas and project. Yeah, I do have kind of like a something really new idea. Like basically, almost like a couple of weeks ago, I decided I also play RPG games. Okay, but in the RPG game was really difficult to maneuver, because RPG game are not meant to be kind of like a you are taking the in charge. Okay, game is actually taking in charge and game will decide what would you do and wagara wagara. But I found that some sort of thing in that particular game that I can figure it out the creativity and वगैरह वगैरह. So it's good. Yeah, I do have kind of like a finding some sort of ideas to diversify a little bit of creativity on my thing. So it's a great. Yeah. Okay, so these are the creativity innovation. Okay, like I don't think that the question that I ask sorry answer that I says or give was not really right at this moment. Yeah. Okay, so personal value and integrity. Okay, let me sit here for a while. Okay. Okay, so question is, um, am I living in alignment with my values? Am I living in alignment with my values? Alignment. Uh, I didn't really get it. Yeah, I get it the question, but I don't really I don't really like I'm actually understanding in something really very different way. Okay, so I just have to understand this question with chat gpt. Very chat gpt is actually very good to explaining things. Okay, so only you can truly access if your action align with your values, reflect on what matter most to you, and elevate whether your daily choices and behavior align with the core and beliefs. Okay, so what exactly is this thing? Okay, so the question says that am I living with the alignment with my values? Okay, so what is exactly the values? um values means like that every person has a values, but I don't think that these are the questions are so deep. Okay, I just have to understand the gravity of the values. Okay, what is exactly the my value? Okay, what is exactly the my value, like basically my core value. Like question says that ki, the action that means the action that you are doing is actually aligned with your values or something really different. Means like that ki, like basically just think about as a military soldier. Okay, so military soldier is actually train his body his mind and his everything towards one goal, to save his country and everything. Okay, so his value is that regarding about the nation and regarding about the patriotic and things like that. Okay, and he's actually prepared for that, saving his country. And yeah, so for that thing. Okay, so he was taking this military course, military training, वगैरह वगैरह. So he was actually his action was actually aligned with his value, and his value is that he wanted to serve for his country. All right. So these are the kind of like a thing. Okay, so these are kind of like a thing. What if like basically as a military soldier, he will not kind of like kind of like a something really taking like he was not kind of like a something really lazy, because as a military soldier he was always be a discipline. After he retired, he still be a discipline. He wake up early, he do his do gymming, do his running, all those physical activity. Okay, because of that his entire life is actually is on that value to serving his country. And after the retirement, he is still serving that country. He still became that habitual, became of all those things, vagara vagara. Okay, so these are kind of like a something really value of that particular person, and he will not break that. He always loves his country. He served that country. He has that values. Okay. Okay, so basically, for that person, the action that he did in the past or in this entire life for that particular value, and his action is actually aligned with his action was actually aligned with the value. So, do I have any kind of like a something really values, so that your action is actually aligned with your values? Uh, regarding about the work, yeah, like basically is that when I was doing a job. Okay, I realized that basically I didn't really see my future. I'm not talking about like I don't know is it value or something like that, but when I was doing a job, I was like kind of like I didn't really see my future. I didn't really see anything. I just feel like that now I'm just like wasting my time and nothing really at all. Just nothing really at all. Yeah, it's just kind of like a something really very fucked up situation. I was actually doing just for kind of like a people are actually meant to be do a job at at this age. So I was actually doing, but I didn't really focus in myself that key like do I have that kind of like something really value. And like basically if you have a value, then you're not actually doing this work for kind of like just for money. No, you are actually doing this for kind of like a passion that you have. Okay, so at this moment I just the when I was doing a job, my action was really unaligned with my values. So I didn't really so that's why I think that that's why I just that's why I just like that my progress was not really good, and has also I didn't really see future. It's nothing really at all. It's just like kind of like a wasting my time. But right now I'm doing YouTube and kind of like doing something really creative things like that. Okay, so I see my future. I see the value in myself that yes I do can do that. Okay, and for that particular values, I am taking the action. I am kind of like doing as good as I can to make my video as good as possible as I can. Okay, so I think that at this moment my action is actually aligned with my values. Okay, and that value will actually serve me for entire lifetime. So yeah, these are kind of like a answer. Might be I'm not really sure about the question, but kind of like that. Okay, all right. So this is then it's been almost like a 34 minute. And yeah, and I wanted to I didn't really ask some of the questions, so it's really essential to talk. So yeah, all right, so this is it, and thank you.